On the morning of 16th May 2008, the quiet city of Noida was shaken by a crime so shocking that it would go on to haunt the nation for years. A 14-year-old girl named Aarushi Talwar was found brutally murdered inside her own bedroom. What started as a tragic family incident quickly turned into one of the most sensational and controversial murder mysteries in India's history. Every twist, every revelation, every rumor made headlines. As the case became a battleground for police theories, media speculation, and courtroom dramas. Even today, more than a decade later, the question remains unanswered. Who killed Aarushi? Was it someone within the house, or was it an outsider? This is not just the story of murder, but also of shattered trust, flawed investigation, and a family's fight for justice. Hello world, welcome back to my channel Silent Echoes True Crime. Who was Aarushi? Before diving into the mystery, let us remember the girl at the heart of it all, Aarushi Talwar. Born on 24th May 1994, she was the only child of Dr. Rajesh and Dr. Nupur Talwar, both successful dentists who ran their own clinic in Noida. Aarushi was a bright and talented teenager, studying at Delhi Public School, Noida. She was known to be cheerful, full of life, and very close to her parents. She loved books, music, photography, and like most teens of her age, was active on Orkut, one of the earliest social networking platforms. Aarushi had many friends, and she was seen as warm, friendly, and intelligent. Her parents doted on her, and being their only child, she was center of their world. Just days before her 14th birthday, Aarushi's life came to a tragic end, an end that no one could ever imagined. The events unfolded on the night of 15th May 2008. It was an ordinary evening at the Talwar household. Aarushi had been given a new digital camera as an early birthday gift. She clicked photos of her parents, her room, and even herself. Photos that would later become the last known images of her alive. That night, the Talwars had dinner together with their live-in domestic help Hemraj, a trusted Nepali worker who had been with them for some time. Around 11 p.m., Nupur switched off the Wi-Fi router. The parents retired to their bedroom, while Aarushi went to sleep in her own room. Everything seemed normal until the next morning. Early in the morning, Talwar's maid Bharati rang the doorbell several times. Finally, Nupur Talwar opened the inner wooden door but spoke through the grill door, saying it was locked from outside, likely by Hemraj, the family's domestic help. She asked Bharati to wait, but when Bharati insisted, Nupur threw down a set of duplicate keys from the balcony. By then, Rajesh Talwar had woken up. He noticed an almost empty whiskey bottle on the dining table and grew suspicious. Alarmed, he asked Nupur to check Aarushi's room. Her room was usually locked but was strangely open. When they entered, they found 14-year-old Aarushi lying on her bed, her throat slit. Rajesh screamed in shock while Nupur stood silent. Meanwhile, Bharati discovered the outer gate was never locked. She entered the house and at Nupur's request looked at Aarushi's body. Both parents immediately blamed Hemraj for the murder. Bharati then went to inform the neighbors. Within minutes, relatives, friends, and neighbors began crowding the flat. By the time police arrived, the crime scene was already contaminated. Soon after, the media also gathered outside, turning the Talwar home into the center of national attention. Initially, the police suspected Hemraj, since he was missing and Aarushi was murdered. The most convenient conclusion was that Hemraj had killed her and fled. The media too jumped onto this theory, running headlines about servant suspected of killing teenager. But the story took a shocking twist the very next day. On 17th May 2008, police, after finally searching the terrace of the Talwar home, discovered another body, badly decomposed in the scorching heat. It was Hemraj. His throat had also been slit and his head injured, in the same manner as Aarushi. Suddenly, the missing servant was no longer a suspect but another victim. This revelation changed the entire course of investigation. From the beginning, the investigation was marked by carelessness and incompetence. The crime scene was not sealed properly. Relatives, neighbors, and even journalists walked in and out of Aarushi's room, destroying crucial evidence. Blood samples were contaminated, fingerprints were ignored, and the terrace door was not even checked on the first day. Amidst all this, the media frenzy began. Sensational theories flooded television screens and newspapers. Some channels suggested that Aarushi and Hemraj had an inappropriate relationship and that her parents killed them in a fit of rage. Others speculated about honor killing, illicit affairs, and cover-ups. The Talwar family, who had just lost their only daughter, were painted as cold-blooded killers in the public eye. As pressure mounted, the case was handed over to the Central Bureau of Investigation, but instead of bringing clarity, the investigation only added more confusion. The CBI explored multiple angles, each leading to a different suspect. The first theory focused on the Talwar parents. Investigators claimed that on the night of the murder, Rajesh had walked in on Aarushi and Hemraj in a compromising situation. Enraged, he attacked Hemraj while Nupur helped him silence Aarushi. The surgical precision of Aarushi's throat wound was cited as evidence, suggesting it could only have been done by someone with medical knowledge. The locked terrace and missing evidence further fueled this suspicion. The second theory pointed towards outsiders, particularly three men linked to the family: Krishna, compounder of Rajesh's clinic, Rajkumar, and Vijay Mandal. They were close to Hemraj, had access to the house, and were known to be drinking together on the night of the murder. Narco-analysis tests hinted at their involvement, though these were not admissible in court. This theory suggested that the three had entered the house and after an altercation killed both Aarushi and Hemraj. The third possibility was that the entire case was a victim of botched investigation. With the crime scene destroyed and forensic evidence mishandled, no theory could be proven with certainty. Every lead ended in contradictions and every conclusion was tainted by missing facts. In 2013, after years of speculation, the CBI court convicted Dr. Rajesh and Dr. Nupur Talwar for the double murder of Aarushi and Hemraj. They were sentenced to life imprisonment. For many, this felt closure, but for others, it was a grave injustice, as the evidence was largely circumstantial and based on probabilities rather than certainty. The Talwars appealed, and in 2017, the Allahabad High Court acquitted them, citing lack of conclusive evidence. The judgment severely criticized the investigation, highlighting how poor handling had destroyed any chance of solving the case. After spending nearly 4 years in jail, the Talwars were finally free. Yet, the mystery of Aarushi's death remained unanswered. Today, More than a decade later, the Aarushi Talwar case remains one of the most haunting, unsolved mysteries in India. Despite multiple investigations, narco tests, media trial, and courtroom battles, the truth has never been conclusively proven. Was it an insider? Was it an outsider? Or was it a tragic case lost in a sea of police errors and media sensationalism? Aarushi, who would have been 30 years today, never got the chance to live her life, chase her dreams, or fulfill her potential. The injustice is not just about who was convicted or acquitted, but about how a young girl's murder was never truly solved. The Aarushi case is more than just a criminal investigation. It is a mirror reflecting the flaws of our justice system, the recklessness of media trials, the devastating consequences of a botched investigation. It reminds us of how quickly victims can become suspect and how truth can be buried under speculation. Above all, it is the story of a 14-year-old girl who deserved better. Aarushi's murder was not just a crime, it was a tragedy of lost innocence, destroyed reputations, and unanswered questions. So, the mystery remains. Who killed Aarushi? Until the day is uncovered. This haunting question will continue to echo in India's collective memory.